Hey, this is Matt. Once again, welcome back to another review. This is another paid request, this time from Jonathan Lindsey. Thank you so much for another episode of Batman the Animated Series. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, commentaries, reviews, topics, reactions, re-reviews, whatever, randomness, feel free to send them either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for the episode, If You're So Smart, Why Aren't You Rich? The first, and I guess one of the few times you had the Riddler in the cartoon. Now, I read up somewhere that the reason they didn't have the Riddler in it a whole lot was because the writers found it tough to find interesting riddles to make. Which I thought that's kind of a weird reason, but okay. But I liked this episode quite a bit. I thought it was a nice introduction to the Riddler. John Glover, who I remember from, he was the owner of the building, the company in Gremlins 2, the new batch. He was also at the very beginning of In the Mouth of Madness, the John Carpenter film. He was in Batman and Robin as the first guy Poison Ivy kills, the doctor. John Glover's been in other stuff. He's, again, good actor. He was also in the fake commercial at the very, very beginning of RoboCop 2, where the guy gets electrocuted fried in the car, and it won't even drain your battery. Nice choice for the voice of the Riddler. And the setup I thought was interesting, where he was part of this group that made this game called the Riddle of the Minotaur. The game is very successful. This one asshole kicks him out, steals his work to get all the money. The Riddler was going to get revenge on the guy. So years and years later, he threatens the guy saying, you know, your ass is grass, pretty much. And Batman and Robin has to go help the guy and save the guy. And then one thing that I forget, Lucius Fox, Lucius Fox, who you remember as Morgan Freeman in the Nolan Batman films, he's in some of these episodes of the show. Lucius Fox is actually Brock Peters. He's the guy who played Admiral Cartwright in Star Trek 4 and 6. He's been in other stuff. Because I'm like, he's only at the very beginning of the episode, but I'm like, wait a minute, that voice sounds familiar. All right, he's the Admiral in Star Trek 4 and the sort of command center on Earth. And then he becomes one of the villains in Star Trek 6. One of the turncoats, I should say. But Batman and Robin, I thought worked well in the episode. What I liked about it, I liked the bit of Riddler mystery solving. Batman had to use his brain a bit. And more so because it was a maze in the amusement park. I don't know, a maze type of area, location, I think there's a lot of interesting merit that you could get out of that. The reason being is because it's simple, it's one location, and a way it's claustrophobic because there's walls all around you, and the whole maze, like you turn around the corner, you don't know what to expect. Is it a dead end? Is it you're going to be able to keep going? And it also reminds me of like a dungeon crawler. Back in the day when you played games like Gauntlet, which is a Nintendo game I could never beat, but I played a lot of time. And sorry about the neighbors are working on stuff. Maybe they're building their own maze in the backyard. That'd be cool. I never participated in a maze. I'd actually like that. I don't know if they will do that nowadays because of the pandemic, but it'd be cool to get with a group of friends. Group of YouTube friends, yeah. Me, Michael CP, F. Reed, Michael Keane, Fabio, John, like we all get to be in a maze. That'd be cool. But again, I think, you know, playing games like Gauntlet back in, so I just fascinated by the whole maze aspect. And in this case, because there's a lot of traps. Losers ahead or lose ahead. Oh, avoid traps so you don't get your head chopped off. And there's these mechanical breathing fire traps, and riddles were interested in how they related to the traps. Like if you solve the riddle right, you'll be okay. Like this one thing, what's this to do with keys and or musical notes, or wait, which key to pick? Oh, because of these blades. It deals with musical note, like how these get solved. It was just interesting to me. It made it seem a bit unique compared to other Batman episodes. It fit well with the Riddler persona. Honestly, the whole dungeon crawler type of maze aspect was appealing to me. What's around the next corner? What new trap? What new riddle do they have to solve? And riddles that have to make you think as well as the viewer. And you have like this cool looking golden Minotaur, and Batman's able to use the mechanisms against the Riddler, and uses his mechanism to destroy this golden Minotaur. Now the Riddler gets away to fight another day, and they do save the guy, even though the guy's a bit of an asshole. Batman has to save him because he's a good guy, but he's a bit of an asshole who fucked over the Riddler. So it's like, okay, the Riddler's kind of in the right, but not to kill the guy, but like you could punch him in the face, break his nose, or sue him. Wait, kid, this is the 90s. When will sue you? Maybe one of those aspects, but of course the Riddler, he's the villain, gotta take it too far. But, that guy is not going to sleep well pretty much from now on for the rest of his life, so I guess he does get a bit of a payback anyway. He's alive, but he's not going to sleep well forever. He's always going to have nightmares about it. I'm like, well, you deserve for being a prick. But the voice work, John Glover, again, nice choice for the Riddler. Animation-wise, music-wise, have no issues with it. For the most part in this show, at least the first season or so, haven't had much issues with the animation or the music. Like I said, the whole maze amusing part aspect made it fun, rather fun, to see what new traps and riddles would come up next. It made me engaged as a viewer to see what would happen, and it went by a fast pace. So I would say this is one of the better episodes for me. Wow, the 20 minutes went by very quick. So I appreciate that. So that was fun. So I'm not sure what else to say. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.